Coach, we have a damp and rainy afternoon in the tri-state area as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium in the Garden State of New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the New England Patriots. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Wait, that's fly, 20.
Let's go, you tighten up. Let's go, you tighten
up.
Play action, now it's Brady. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hey, check it.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Hey, Charlie.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Coming to you. Coming to you. Check.
Hey, 66. 53 Linda.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Brady to throw again. And this will be incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Wait, 20.
Check 53. Exit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Let's go.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff.
And he takes it into the end zone. A across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard
line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Kyle Van Noy, the Pats' leading tackler in their Super Bowl run, in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Bell. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Young lady. Hey, Haywood.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now Edelman. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Patriots take over.
at their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. Throwing on first down is Brady. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Now a first down carry, it's Michel. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Brady now to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Henry Anderson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
3rd and 14.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
72.
Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, hit!
From midfield, here's Brady. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5.
And he's into the clear. The 20. And the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. 95 yards as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Brady now going to lead it with Michelle on the draw. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
What you got, baby? Give me something. Give me something.
From the gun on third down. Brady under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
You got it.
At the 25-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Smooth. He's coming. We got double up.
58's the mic.
To throw is Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Avery Williamson, the Jets' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Hey, check it.
Check three.
On play action, it's Brady. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You're outside.
58, Mike. Ready? It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Check. Recon, 132 fighter.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's get in there.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Uses the spin. Devin McCourty brings him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We're outside.
951.
Hey, lady.
Shit.
Greystone, travel. Greystone, lady. Come.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
No, lady. No, lady. 61, matchbox lights.
Now it's Darnold. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 19.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
3, 218, jump.
On 2nd and a yard. Darnold to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd and short. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check, lady. 26. And 80. 58's the money. 58. Bravo. We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, son. And 58 is the mic. Hey, son.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Out right here to Herndon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Hey, wahoo!
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
I'm not ready.
57.
28.
57.
On second.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is going to be caught by the rookie from Arizona State, N'Keal Harry. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, Michelle. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Sugar! Hey, Alabama.
Now a play fake. Brady. Going deep here for Edelman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Go Bandit! 53 for Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey! High 7. Check. 53's Mike. Check 53.
Shotgun now for Brady. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Demaryius Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Devin McCourty picks it off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
57 for Mike.
So after the INT, it's Brady. To Michelle on the screen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Wait, that's 380. I got you. I got you. Sugar! 57's the mic. Rock 57. You can't block me. You can't block me. Shadow!
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off the draw, here's Michelle. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Let's get it.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This a 33-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Go! Tighten up. Pull it together. 51 times.
Darnold. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Darnold on 3rd down, and it's caught by Herndon. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
Let's go, let's go.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Wait, ready? Push him back. Push him back.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And it's Michel once again. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Wait, 20. I got him.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Wait, 20. 58, come on. You must be dreaming. Patch it. Wait, we hit.
On play action, now Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was looking for Edelman there, and it's 3rd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Orbit.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Darnold from the gun. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check nickel. Yo, 80.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Here's Bell, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
At the Patriots' 32-yard line.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Five. Keep going.
Darnold now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, exit.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 43.
Alert flare.
When he hit. Sugar.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
That's trash. Kill.
Let's go.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 11-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get it.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game, even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning it.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Again, it's Michelle. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Check it out, Reed.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there on a New England first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 37. Check 37.
Linda! 57. Mike, 56.
Hey, both 66.
Brady going to throw here. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they plan to do going